Well, this time around I'm making a leather cover for my Swiss 1940 model Ice X, vintage style. I looked at some different designs and models, and these are the covers that I'm using for the base of my design. This is the hide that I'm using. It's about 5 to 6 millimeter thick, and so I had to trim it down to about 2 to 3 millimeters. Since I'm folding the leather. I completely soaked the leather in water and stretched it over the metal parts of the X. Here is the leather, completely dry and with the hardware, and almost cut to size. I want to leave some extra room to work with. I was going to use this strap buckle, but I changed it to a closed ring buckle, since it holds the strap better down. I'm using dark brown leather dye from Gebirgsjäger. I was thinking about using saddle tan color, same as I used for the smaller X cover, but I thought the dark brown would look better for this project. I used about 3 coats of color for the cover, but I had to be careful not to use too much color and too much coats. The more color coating I would use, the flatter the color would be on the surface of the leather. I wanted a little bit of texture and a used vintage look to the leather. Picking the thread for this project, I choose a tan color, which gives a nice look and a contrast to the dark brown dye that I choose for the leather. With the dark thread, it kind of blends more into the color of the leather, but with this tan it sticks out a little bit more. But with this color, I have to be careful for when I'm doing the sewing. It needs to be tight, it needs to be neat, because every mistake will show up much more with this lighter color. After the glue had dried, I marked for punch holes, trimmed the leather to get the shape that I was looking for. My mistake here, I should have trimmed the edges a little bit more because it felt a little bit too thick on the edges, but I made it work okay. And so here it is, final product, cover ready, and fits quite well over the ice axe. Whenever I can, I try to make these leather parts myself that I need for my impression. Especially I'm going to be using these things. I would like to use this opportunity, since this channel has now reached 1500 subscribers, and to thank you all for subscribing. I hope you enjoyed this one, this little ice axe leather project, and as always, thank you for watching, and take care.